Good evening, IG. Good evening, Facebook. Good evening, YouTube. It is 8 o'clock on the dot. It is 8 o'clock on the dot. Um, and it's time to get started. It's time to get started. So let me come here. Hey, make sure I get on. Um, so we can get going. All right. IG usually takes a little bit longer to connect, but it was right on today. Facebook, I see that you're on. Good evening. I'm going to give you guys time to load up and get on. Y'all excuse the raspiness in my voice. Um, I've been at work since, I've been up since like 5 this morning. Got to the daycare probably about 6:35 or so, and just was bumping, just was going ever since. So I just noticed on my way home, my voice is kind of in and out, crackling or whatever. But it's not gonna stop anything. We're about to get this thing going. We're about to get this thing going. It's not going to stop anything. Hey, so good evening. Welcome to the Real Life Relationship Growth evening, the real life relationship growth meetup, the real life relationship growth get together. Y'all know how I do. I'm going to go ahead and get started because the videos will be posted. They're posted on IG, they're posted on YouTube, they're posted on Facebook. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get started because the majority of the time, the comments and the comments and things. Somebody's sharing the comments and everything come after. Some of you, I guess your schedules don't. They're a little conflicting with getting on, but that is cool. That is fine. We are going to do this thing together. And whenever you get on, at whatever point you watch, whether you comment on YouTube or you comment on IG or you comment on Facebook, I will still respond. People still, go on the videos and interact. Excuse me, and interact. So, gonna get started. So again, welcome to the Real Life Relationship Growth Experience. Hi, I like that. I am Donna. I am your hostess with the mostest. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for tuning in at whatever time and ever point you do. Thank you for continuing to help this platform grow, grow, and grow. The membership here continues to go up, up, up. The activity, excuse me, excuse me, continues to go on. So as long as that's happening, I'm gonna continue to do this thing. I love you guys and I enjoy doing it. And it's not just for you; it's for me too. It's for me as well. So, let's go. So this is our Thursday evening get together called Camper Conversations. I haven't said this in a minute because most of you all already know where the name Camper Conversation comes from. I have a fifth wheel camper. I got in it one day. It's on my daycare property. I was just relaxing and chilling as I do when I go in there sometimes. And I'm like, yo, I need to come in here once a week and chop it up with the people and talk about the importance of healthy, growing, thriving relationships. And that's what's going on, and that's what I do. So every Thursday I am here, unless I let you guys know there's something else going on at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I am here. And what we do here is we talk about all things relational, all things that relate to growth in relationships. And this is the criteria. This is the criteria for you to be here. You have to be single, dating, courting, divorced, married, or a widower. This is the criteria. That is it. If you are that and you are an adult male or female, this is the place for you. This is the family for you. All right? Because so we're not here to bash each other. We're not here to talk about each other. There's jokes here and there now and then, sometimes, time to time, some that give you a chuckle at the ladies, some that give you a chuckle at the brothers. But there's no bashing here. If you want to bash, if you want to talk down about males or females, don't come here. Don't stop here. This is not the place for you. Find somewhere else to be to do that because it's not allowed. We are here to promote healthy, growing, thriving, loving relationships. That's what we are here for. That's what we do. There's some experiences in life that I have had that I can pass on, and there's some experiences in life that you may have had that you can pass on. But there are also some people here, some family members who have not dealt with or experienced certain things. They have not. They have not dealt with certain things, and it may be coming, it may not. But this is the deal. When something happens and a situation comes down, you can say, yo, I remember what so and so said on Camper Conversations about this type situation, and you can talk about how that helped you and how that worked for you. You may say something, you may not. You may, and when you post on the page, let me say this: when you post, there is a button where you can post anonymously. You don't have to post publicly. It may not be something that's pertaining to you. It may be a family member, a friend, or just something you saw and you was like, yo, that would be good to share. That would be good for people to know. Um and that's what we do. That's what we do. I like to say this. Let me say my little spiel. I love to say it. Hey, somebody's on. Do me a favor when you get on. I'm not sure. I believe someone is on from YouTube. But if you get on, if you could do me a favor, the only place I can see who's on what platform is Facebook. And then, of course, IG up here. I can see IG. But anything else I can't. If you get on YouTube, it's not going to tell me your name unless you say something. All right. So, Facebook, that is Facebook. And that is, somebody said, hey, who is this on Facebook? Hey, it's my sister, my rider. What's up, sis? It's my sister. It's just me and you right now, sis. But that's all right. We know how this thing is gonna go. Oh, here you go. Here it goes. um, so this is my spiel. I say this all the time. I say this every week. I am not a relationship expert. I am a black woman in this world, living this life, doing the damn thing and enjoying the hell out of it. That is who I am. That is who I am. I've had some experiences, like I said before, that could be useful to you. You may have had some experiences that could be useful to me or someone else. So let's go on here and love up on each other. Let's do this thing. Love is a verb. That's an action, y'all. That's an action. So, yo, there are people, family members from 21 to whatever age here. Here. So the older ones, the ones who are more seasoned, the ones who have had some experiences, make sure we giving some good advice. And even older ones, because I have one young lady that gets on here, she got to be all of like 25, 26, no more than 27. She's actually a young lady I watch grow up. She's a friend of my daughter's, and she be on here giving it. She be on here giving it, the information and the feedback and stuff like that. So you don't have to be an older adult to make this thing productive. Don't have to be an older adult to make this thing productive. Um, age ain't nothing but a number. We talked about that last week. We talked about that in dating. So if you missed that one, go back and catch it about the age difference between two, and does it really matter and how it matters and where it matters and when it matters. Yeah, I can go and check that one out from last week. So let me say this really, really quick. Our topic tonight was supposed to be different. I have been waiting weeks. Me and this gentleman have been waiting weeks to collaborate and get on and chop it up on a particular video that I posted. Um, it's actually posted on the Facebook page. It's also on the IG page, the Real Life Relationship Growth IG page. Um, and I don't want to give too much away because the plan is still to have that topic, do that topic. But it's my brother Jimmy Rogers. Jimmy is half of the duo, the relationship Real Talk. He and his wife are relationship experts. He and his wife, excuse me, Rachel, are relationship experts. And Jimmy was going to be on with me on a male perspective on a video that I had posted, a video that I posted. And again, it is on the Facebook page. It is on the IG page. Y'all can go watch it and get prepared and get ready for when I re-announce the date for us to come together and collab on that topic, on that video. It is a good one, yo. That video, I saw it on TikTok and I brought it over to this page. And I duetted it. I didn't just play it. I sat and listened and watched. Cause that thing hit me in certain areas. And Jimmy made some comments and he was like, so I was like, yo, this will be a good topic for us to get on and chop it up about and talk about and see what the people say. So Jimmy had to reschedule. Again, as soon as I get that date, I will let you guys know. And I'm going to hit you guys in y'all inbox. Most of y'all got hit in y'all inbox because I wanted to make sure y'all didn't miss it. You know how many times somebody types and says, I wish I wouldn't have missed this one. I hate that I missed this one. So I'm trying to kind of help everybody not to miss. I'm trying to help everybody not to miss um, the lives, especially with topics that you're really, really interested in. Really, really interested in. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Our topic tonight. Our topic tonight. Um, let's get this thing up. Let's get this thing up. Our topic tonight, last minute, came up last minute because again I had to change what we were going to do tonight, so I kind of went into the relationship rolodex and this topic came up: sexual misconceptions. Sexual misconceptions. Now you guys, I always like to have experts in certain areas and fields to come on with me, to collab with me, to give their professional advice and things like that. There is a young lady. It's crazy. It's so crazy how this network works, how this thing works. There's a young lady on TikTok. Um, and I liked several of her videos. I actually duetted several of her videos. And it's good information, and she is an expert in the area of sexual health. She's an expert in that area. Um, and I'm not gonna throw her name out just yet because she sent me a message. I messaged her back and I told her about my platform and I was like, yo, I would love to have you on. And she was like, pretty much, let's do it. So this topic would have been perfect to have her on tonight, but it was, again, it was a last minute switch up. And I didn't want to try to get her last minute. I didn't want to try to get her last minute because I want to be cognizant and considerate of people's time. So last minute, not always the spontaneity of it may not have worked out for her, but um, I definitely want to get her on. I definitely want to have another time, another moment when we can get on, guys. I don't know why my camera goes blurry. I may have to do some updating here. Because this camera tends to go blurry on me. The focus is not there. I can see that the focus is not there. But y'all can hear me. We're going to keep this thing rolling. We're going to keep this thing rolling. Sexual misconceptions. Sexual misconceptions is the title, is the subject. Oh, maybe I can do this. Is the topic tonight: sexual misconceptions. I'm trying to get this thing to refocus, guys. It doesn't seem like it's going to. Sexual misconceptions. So I am a part of a group. I follow a group rather on Facebook, and it is a female only group. It's for women only. It's for women only. And when I got the invite to the group, honestly, I didn't really pay much attention to it because I get a lot of invites to groups, as you guys do, probably, I'm sure. Um, and I didn't realize one of my homegirls, this was her group. So I ignored it. Like it was like months, I think, that I and then someone else invited me again. We have friends in common. Invited me again. Guys, this blurriness is bugging me. Invited me to the group again, right? And I was like, I started seeing some stuff in the group, and I was like, how? How did I miss this? Like, how am I not a part of this group? How did I miss it? Right? And so they was like, and then I remembered. So, um, the a few of the statements that I'm going to post up, I'm going to put up tonight, came from this group. It came from a conversation that was being had in the group months ago, and I saved the memes. I saved them. I saved the statements, and I'm like, yo, this will be a good topic of conversation. So here we are tonight: sexual misconceptions. So the first one says, IG, I apologize. I'm going to have to read this because you guys are not going to be able to see it, but it is up for Facebook. It's up for Facebook. Let me move this so there's it's not a view. I'm not interrupting the view. All right. All right. Here we go. I don't know. Do I want to do this one first? I think I do. I think I do. Have a comment. Let's see. People have the misconception that you stop feeling sexual or have a sexual appetite after a certain age. You know what, y'all? I love my sister because she don't waste no time. She just devs right in. She jumps right in. So I love it. So she said her comment that people have a misconception, sexual misconception. Y'all give me some of y'all misconceptions, sexual misconceptions. People have the misconception that you stop feeling sexual or have a sexual appetite after a certain age, is what she posted. Now, um, what I put up on the screen, let me see if I can show this to IG in any type of way. Okay. All right. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go here because I want y'all to be able to see this. Okay. All right. So we're gonna start with the brothers. We're gonna start with this statement for the men. Can y'all see that, IG? Can y'all see that? Okay. And I think I put it up anyway. Okay. Here he is. It says the bigger the obviously the dick, the better the sex. Sexual pleasure and satisfaction has nothing to do with penis size. Clitoral stimulation, not penis size, is what makes a woman orgasm. The most sensitive parts of the vagina are about 2 inches inside. About 2 inches inside. So, um, all of that, all of that that's talked about, all of that that's talked about. Hey Ash, that's talked about as far as oh how big he is and and what's needed and my man gotta have this and his stuff is this and his stuff is that. Size does not really matter. Now I'm not gonna say size um does not have a factor. There's not a factor. Size has a factor. It's not saying that. But when we talking about from what this is saying, when it comes to a woman orgasming, when it comes to a woman having an orgasm, that has nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with it. And ladies, y'all gotta Y'all gotta come on in and come on, have a seat on the couch. Let's talk about this thing. Let's talk about this thing. Um, I don't think I can't remember ever in conversation with my girls or anything, any of them saying that they wouldn't orgasm either way, whether their man penis was small or whether it was larger. I don't ever, in 51 years, honestly, don't ever remember hearing any of my girls say, anybody saying that, oh, because it's so small, um, that I've never orgasmed, I can't orgasm with it. Or because it's so big that, it makes the orgasm better or makes it different. It makes it different. I think when it comes to size, it's more of an ego thing for men. Like, you know, there's so many misconceptions, there's so many thoughts into why this is a thing for people to put out and wonder and worry about. I got a story to tell in a minute. Y'all know, sis, and my nieces, or I'm gonna tell it. But um why this is the thing. So let me read the comments because my sister made two comments. She said, people have a misconception, okay, about sexual appetite. It's really not the size of the boat, but the motion in the ocean. If you know your partner, you can please them. You can please them. Yes, I've heard that so many times before too. And look, reality is, let's be realistic. We're adults. We are grown. I'm 51, and I'm not short of sexual experiences, as I'm sure most of you are not. But even those of you who are, because there are older people who have had only one sexual partner, only one experience. But like my sister just said, it's really not the size of the boat, but the motion in the ocean is really not the size of the boat. Um, because scientifically speaking, the measurement of a woman, the measuring, they're saying that the parts of the vagina that are the most sensitive to stimulate orgasm are like 2 inches, only 2 inches inside. So that makes sense to for people who, for women who um, love to be fingered, love the stimulation by being fingered. That makes so much sense. Man, because if you think about brothers, let me help y'all out a little bit. For those of you who are concerned about your size, or somebody has gotten you all in your feels because um your penis isn't large, or it's not what she expected, right? What she expected. Get out your head. Get out your head with that. Get out your head with that. Like some women, I've heard in having conversations with males and females, they say some women don't like to be fingered. Some women say they don't like to be fingered. Some women don't like oral sex. Oh, my bad, I'm back. Some women don't like oral. Some women don't like, they want just that. Just that. And there's some men that don't like oral. They want just that. Their stimulation comes just there. And honestly, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna jump out on this limb. I'm gonna jump out on this limb. I don't think I'm gonna be by myself. I'm going to say that's because there's a lack of positive outcome with oral and fingering. I'm gonna jump out on that limb. If y'all have a different thought of opinion on it, y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm jumping out on that limb and saying, if a woman or a man says they don't like to be fingered, if a woman says she don't like to be fingered, for example, um, it may be because whoever was doing it, whoever did it, uh, did not quite do it the way she needed. the oral part, and that goes on both sides. There have been men, I've spoken to men that say they don't like it. Um, they feel um, they feel like it's degrading to their wife or whatever when she does it. So in their head and their mind, it's not something they like. That's something that they enjoy, and it's very possible. It's very possible. It's because um, somebody ain't doing it right, or or you just have not experienced that enough, or you have not learned necessarily your body to the degree that you can say, this is how I like this. I like this fast, or I like this slow, or how this works, or whatever. As said, I agree with Claudette Brown a bit. When someone wants to make sure you are pleased, it may not matter the size. So, Miss Ashley, you said a bit. You agree? You said it may not, or maybe you just that's how you're wording and phrasing that. It may not. Um, it may not matter the size. She's saying, yeah, it may not matter the size. Let's see. Too often, Claudia said, too often men are so concerned with size, and really it's not the size of their manhood that is the problem, but the size of their ego that is the problem. Exactly. 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 And let's be honest, we set these things up for each other. You know, when a woman feels like she's not pretty enough, when she feels like, her weight is a big issue, how long her hair may be or not be, how if she has hips and if she doesn't, if she's a slim build or if she's a thick build, and men with trying to look a certain way and trying to appear a certain way. um you know we set these things up for one another that put people in the mindset of having insecurities about them. And then when insecurities creep in, there goes the ego. Like, I gotta act this way, I gotta come off like this, and I gotta do this, and I gotta do that. um Ashley said, let's see. Okay. And you can't, she said, and you can't change your size. You have to work with what you got. For real. Yep. You gotta work with what you got. Claudia said, haha, you said her weight is a big issue. Girl, you stupid. She put big in capital letters, IG. You so silly. So we set up these insecurities in one another. So, which means people start um, trying to fill in where there isn't, trying their ego. Their ego is puffed up and big, and they want to act like they something that they're not. You know what this proves the worst for it proves the worst for men. For a man to talk so much junk, for a man to say he can do this and he can do that, and what he gonna do to you, and how he gonna da 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 da, and then you get there and you get in the situation, and you get in the relationship. um you go so you go to the point of marriage. Don't forget your story. I ain't forgetting my story. It's kind of entwined. So you get in this relationship, and y'all decide, you know, among other things you've discussed, you're about to share these things, and you get married. So let me say get married. Let me say this part. I'm saying get married. I'm saying get married because um the belief is, and I'm not gonna lie, I grew up this way, and my belief was no sex till marriage. No sex till marriage. Did I do that? No, I did not. I had my first child at the age of 19. Well, I got pregnant at the age of 19. But um his father and I did get married. Neither here nor there. It was sex before marriage. If that is your belief, I am not here to change your belief. Hey, T, I am not here to try to change your belief at all. So let's just talk about this thing. So you get with this person, they talking this, they talking that, what I'm gonna do to you, girl, I'm gonna do this, and boy, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And you get with this person, and it's nothing as you expected, you wanted, or they said, or they convinced you of, or whatever. So going to the point of what Ashley was saying, and you can't change your size. You have to work with what you got. Now, it's one thing to be dishonest. Hey, Tavania, it's one thing to be dishonest, but I don't think people are actually being dishonest. I think they feel like, hey, Corey, I think they feel like what they doing and what they got going on and how they please somebody else at some point in time, they was the man or they was the woman and they could please anybody. We talking about misconceptions, sexual misconceptions. Listen, sir, you are not the best thing since sliced bread. Ma'am, you can't ride everybody and think they're going to be satisfied in what you doing and how you doing it. This is why the importance of it. Somebody said it earlier. It is important to learn one another, spend time with one another, talk to one another, develop those relationships, develop that healthy, wonderful relationship. Because, because this is not, I don't believe a misconception. What I'm going to say here, this part, when you're with someone that you've connected with and you have a loving, growing, healthy, working relationship, the sex is so much different. It moves different. It feels different. You act different than somebody that you kind of taking a chance on. Them one night stands, man, please. I personally, and yeah, look, this is me. This is me. Not judgment on anyone. Your body is your body. Um, Not saying that we can just do anything, because when we do anything and we expect everything, we are fooling ourselves. I've never had a one night stand. I've never met a dude and felt he was worthy enough of being with me and having me before knowing me. I've never done that. I've never done that. It is so important to me, for me personally, to have such a connection and have that loving relationship and want to, regardless of how angry I am at you, I still want you. That's important for me. Brother, you can't get that on no one night stand. You can't get that on no, people do what they need to do, what they feel they need to do. But me personally, it doesn't work. Claudia said, no, they know they are no good. That is why they talk so. When you are good, you don't need to say a word. Your actions for you. Connection is so, she said, connection is so important. But sis, like, some people talk big noise because somebody made them feel big. They made them truly believe that they were the best of the best of the best. And true enough, that's up to personal preference. They may have been the best of the best of the best to somebody, but to you, you know, misconceptions. Let's not act like or think that our stuff is so golden that we are the best. I'm gonna show you another misconception. Another misconception. Women have a lower sex drive than men. Women want sex just as much as men, sometimes even more than men. It is just that society has made some women suppress their sexual desires. Women have a lower sex drive than men. Women want sex just as much as men, sometimes even more than men. It is just that society has made some women suppress their sexual desires. Somebody want to take that one? Nobody? I'll take it. Women, misconception that men have a higher sex drive than women. Misconception. Women have a lower sex drive than men. Misconception. How do I know? Because I was a woman. I am a woman. Um, and again, connection is important. Connection is necessary. Sis said, no, that's right. Connection is important. Connection is necessary. It is necessary. Um, and there's the connection there that binds that physical and that mental is wow. Wow. But women do have high sex drives. It's not just men. And I love how this was worded. Society, as so many things, society has said men this, men this, men this, men dominate this, men dominate that. Men, even down to the point of sexual desires, wants, and needs. And I'm seeing, I've seen so many places, I'm seeing more places now where it says men need sex, men need sex, men need the physical. I would dare to say women, in addition to the emotional, need as well. Need as well. Like, why is this a one sided thing? Our bodies were made and fashioned and formed to need one another. And if we want to stop short and say that need means companionship, I need a friend, I need people in my life. There are people that talk about I don't need nobody. Use a lie because we were created to need one another, right? So if we were created to need one another in such a form and such a fashion, how is it that men have a higher level of need for certain things when it comes down to the function of the body? Why is it that it's been put so that men have such a need that women don't? We need it. We want it. But if you acting like a crackhead, that's the difference. Men can be men and some women, because I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. My thought process was with my husband, this belongs to me. Belongs to me. So even if I'm upset, angry, or mad at you, um, and we have a conversation, I'm not gonna remain and stay. Like I'm hindering my own. Yeah, I've had friends and say, when I'm mad at him, he ain't getting none. You better make up sex. Because why? Because it's not using one another, because you all belong to one another. Right? That's his is yours, and yours is his. So if that's the case, the need, I'll be damned if I'm gonna be so mad at my man that I negate my need. Now, who they think these men are using the high sex drive? Exactly. Claudia said, who do they think the men are using the high sex drive on? Now, let me say this: there's some women in societal norms teach in certain societies, certain cultures and things like that teach that as a woman you don't put that out there. You don't show yourself as open like that. You make him want it. You make him you make him and yes, I agree that the male female dynamic is different. And men have a thing of chase and conquer. And women have a thing of wanting to be chased. And it's not I'm running, you'll never catch me. That chase and conquer It's almost it's like the cat and mouse game. Like, but I want you to catch me at something. I don't know if the mouse want to be caught. So let me not make that example because Tom and Jerry was always like, "Beep, beep, beep." So in the thought process, like a woman wants to be wooed, she wants to be wanted, she wants to be chased, she wants to know that that desire he has for her is heavy, and he gonna do what he got to do to get her. And the man getting that, conquering. Like, don't just here you go. You know, have some fun in the adventure of give and take, right? Let me see. I got two comments. Claudette said, "Okay, who they think's chasing? Okay, I'm not cutting my nose off to spite my face, in spite of my face. I know that's right, sis. I know that's right." Ashley said, "I heard that women's sex drive goes up with age, and a man's drive goes down." Ashley, where you hear that at, girl? That is so true. That listen, we age like fine wine, ladies. We age like fine wine. And I don't know if I don't know if this is a mental thing because of societal norms, because of what society says. Men are expected, young boys are expected to chase it, get it, chase it, get it, chase it, get it. And the more you get, the more you have, the bigger you are, the bigger man you are, or whatever. And women are expected to hold it, don't just give it up. Hold it, don't just give it up. Hold it, don't just give it up. So, is it possible? This might be a crazy thought, but y'all tell me what y'all think. Is it possible that because of how society has things set up, that women are so subdued with their sexual needs, desires, and wants that by the time they get a little bit older, the way the body is made and connected, I believe the body and the mind is connected. You think it hard enough, talking about anything. So, do you think that I see you, sis. I'm coming to your comment. Do you think that because of the mental mindset put out there, the societal norms that women don't, and once they get older and older and older, they like, I'm ready. I'm ready. And the men are just running, and they mind is even if they don't tap a whole bunch of tail, even if they don't, they're taught in their mindset is to get it, get it, get it. So do we think that that kind of reverses as a woman gets older? She her sex drive is higher, and the men's is lower. That's a thought. Like that, I don't know. Look, I may have nothing with that, and I may have something. But my thought process, is it a reversal of life situations, the mental with the physical? Is it a reversal? When we get older, our drive is higher. And as they get older, they kind of worn out. Even if they weren't getting a lot in their mindset, hey, Marshawn, they kind of worn out to the thought, and now we like, yo, I'm ready. Like, what? Hold it for what? Oh, Claudette said, honey, my husband is 76, and honestly, he can wear me out at periods of time. Y'all, when I say I love my sister and my brother in law, that brother is 76. He is 23 years older than my sister, his wife. 23 years. And y'all see what she said? You know what that is too? You know what that is too? This man is 76. And let's be real, let's be honest. There are things on our bodies, in our bodies that as we get older, we have no control over how they tend to function unless we do things to keep them healthy. Y'all stop playing with it. Stop playing with it. Staying healthy, doing the right things, doing certain things to keep those things intact. Because when God created the body, he knew it was going to get older. It's so many things we do in life to ourselves that affect those things. But this is where I'm going with my sister and my brother-in-law, right? He's 76. He is 23 years older than her. But she is saying that at 76, he can wear her out at times. That's that mental and that emotional connection right there. That's where I was going with that. That mental and emotion. When you married for how long? 24 years? Girl, she said, hey, he has been eating well for 24 years. You better, yes. That is that mental and that emotional and that physical. You cannot be 76 years old and wearing your wife out if there's not love, respect, and a reciprocation of what you given her. You cannot reciprocation. So the mental taps in, and that brother stays focused. Why? Because the love, the respect, the admiration for one another can get you. Listen, I truly, truly believe, y'all, our minds were created so grand, that if we focus on certain areas, we focus on the right things for us, there is nothing that will not come to fruition. I totally believe that. I live by that. I live by that. So when we talking about misconceptions of sexuality, and you've been married 24, 25, 15, 16, 18, 30 years, and y'all still getting it in, that misconception is what? That's your issue and problem. We don't have that in this house. I love it. I love it. Marshawn said, tell the truth, girl, must take care of the body. Yeah, you got to take care of the body. We don't always do that. And we don't always realize that that plays a part in all these functions that we want to keep going and keep functioning. Um, taking male enhancement pills and whatever. There are, again, not knocking anybody, not judging anybody. You do what you need to do to help your body and your relationship. Because truth be told, people take medication for other things that they have to deal with in life. So why is it that that can't be a need and something that's taken and done to help the situation? Misconceptions, sexual misconceptions, y'all. Let me put up this next one. This next one. Ha ha. Here we go, ladies. Frequent sex can stretch out the vagina. The Wait a minute. I'm gonna come back to I love light blue because I don't know what that means, sis. You gonna have to break that down. But let's read. Frequent sex can stretch out the vagina. The vagina is an elastic organ that can increase in size and depth. During an arousal, the vagina relaxes and expands. After sex is over, it snaps back to its original size like nothing happened. Listen, how many times, and this is like teenage thought process. I would hope, I would hope. When people make jokes about a girl, um, a female who's had sex a lot, who's having sex with everybody, having sex a lot, and they talk about um like how deep she is and how stretched out or whatever she is, or because they were so big, they stretched her out. How however that's it. Like we've heard that before, right? We've heard that before. It Listen, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough that she ain't gonna snap back. Sir, sir, sir. Remember when people would say she would have a gap? Like if a woman, if a girl, they would always try to tell that she had a lot of sex because she had this gap. Misconceptions. Misconceptions. Your body is structured and made the way it is. Your body is structured. Do ladies, do we realize, and fellas, men, because y'all are a part of women's lives. Do you realize that the way the vagina is made and the way some women's sit far back or up high, whatever, that you realize that that's a difference, right? Like everything, everybody is not shaped the same. Their body's not shaped the same. Why should their vaginas be shaped the same? Y'all body's not shaped the same. Why should y'all penises be shaped the same? But snapback, girl, get that snapback, ladies. There's a lady on TikTok, and all she says when she comes on is, "Give me 40 Kegels. Give me 5 Kegels." And every time I come across her page, I'm like, dang, it's almost like she can see me, and I gotta do these Kegels because she done said. I'm like, dang, like you don't want to go work out. She said, "Give me Kegels. Give me the Kegels." Kegels are not just important for sexual health, y'all. Kegels are not just important for sexual health. Look it up, Kegel, Kegel. But she says, "Give me 50 Kegels," and I literally find myself sitting there driving, sitting, watching TV, scrolling through TikTok, whatever. When that heifer come on and she say, "Give me 40 Kegels," I feel like I have to do it. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It helps. It helps. It helps. Health wise, it's a good thing. Do them Kegels. Do them Kegels. Somebody, oh, I didn't mean to type that. I didn't mean to hit that. Hit that again. But I love it. I love it. Gina, what's up, sister-in-law? You late. You late, but tap into this. Misconceptions, sexual misconceptions. All right, ladies, y'all ready? Give me 5 Kegels. Did y'all do it? Did y'all do it? Better tighten that thing up. While I'm laughing, while y'all playing, Kegels play a part. Kegels play a part. Now remember we talked about earlier, we were saying earlier, hey girl, we were saying earlier that we were saying earlier about the form of a woman's vagina and how stimulation and pleasure is literally um being able to orgasm literally comes within 2 inches of in the vagina, going in the vagina, right? Y'all add a Kegel to that. Add a Kegel to that. For the women that enjoy being fingered, for the women that even enjoy, like, just put it, like, don't go all the way in, just stop right here. Add some Kegels to that. Brothers, y'all better learn it. Now, walk up to your lady, fellas, walk up to your lady when we finish this, whenever you watch this, or tomorrow, or whenever you see it, and tell her, "Give me 10 Kegels. Give me 10." Ladies, y'all didn't say, did y'all do it? Did y'all do it? It's like one, two, three, four. I'm counting y'all ladies. Did y'all do it? What Claudia said? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. She said, "Oh man, I'm missing comments. Come on, don't do this, computer. Let me see. Okay." She said, "Don't let your ego keep you from the light blue pill," is what I mean. Because again, you get older and you still have the will and you want to have the way, especially when there's an age difference. Right. I did 20. I'm overachiever. Who said? Who, what's this? Stop it. That girl did 20. That's right, sis. I'm doing one right now. No, you're right. The little blue pill like we talked about. There's medication that we need to take at different times in life for different things, younger or older. But when we talking about this, misconception is that men's sex drive is higher than ours, that um men want sex more than we do. Misconception, sexual misconception. So, brother, if you have a lady and her sex drive has outwitted yours, has outmatched yours, do what you need to do. Stop by the gas station. Now, if anybody know what I'm talking about, they know what I'm talking about. Stop by the gas station on your way home. Do what you need to do. Do not let your ego get in the way of enjoying your lady and her enjoying you and herself with you. 2 inches, sir. Misconceptions. Y'all want to know any more misconceptions? Any more sexual misconceptions that y'all can think about? We talked about size, the man's size, and how him being Thor don't even matter. How it don't even honestly, if you think about it, scientifically, the way the body is made up, the way the female vagina is made up, the brother with all the width and girth and all of that, he's at a disadvantage. But society is not gonna let the brother that don't have it all think that way. And ladies, let me say this. If you have made the decision and choice to remain from being sexually active with a man that you're with, that you're dating, that you're getting to know, until y'all are married, nothing wrong with it. Until y'all are married and y'all have the wedding and it's beautiful and you look gorgeous and he fine and he looking good. Y'all plan this whole thing and y'all taking y'all honeymoon and y'all get there and he undresses you and the whole nine, the whole thing. And that brother looked like Pee Wee Herman. I'm sorry. That brother, see, I messed up. That brother looked like Pee Wee Herman. Y'all better make Pee Wee feel like what? Give me somebody massive. Give me something a massive name. Andre the Giant. Because who said it earlier? Is not what? Wait, let me read it right. Let me read it right. I want to get it wrong. Let me read it right. It's not. Come on, comments. Do 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 do. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, I know what I'm looking for. Where's the float the boat? Where's that? Who said that? I can't even find where it is. Oh, it's really not the size of the boat, but the motion in the ocean. The motion in the ocean. The motion in the ocean. So, listen. Remember when we talked what I was saying earlier about that connection for me, that connection, that mental, that emotional will tie into that physical. And truth be told, ladies, being that the makeup of us, the way we are made up, we got a face here. We got a face. Regina gave a face. Marshawn said it's not the size. Okay, wait a minute. Let me get to my comments. What happened with my comments? It's not the size of the boat, but the motion in the ocean. There it is. There it is. There's the comment. Uh-oh. IG is paused. IG is paused. Okay, IG. Don't know what happened. All right. So, hey, Marcy. Hey, the size. We were talking about that. Sexual misconceptions. It's not the size of the boat, but the motion in the ocean. Regina, what's the face for, girl? Come on, tell us what you're talking about. Regina got the stank face on, y'all. I think that's the stank face. I believe that's what she meant. We talking about sexual misconceptions, y'all. Sexual misconceptions. And the three big ones that stood out were talking about the size of a man, how um ego can step into place. Ego can be a problem for a man because society says you got to be big, you got to be this. But if we match up scientifically to what's right, what it says, if we match up a woman's vagina, a woman's vagina, most women, majority of women need clitoral stimulation, and that stimulation and that pleasure spot, that pleasure point within 2 inches. Within 2 inches. Now that's not saying. I mean, let's be honest. You got to have a beginning before you get to an end. That stroke beginning before you get to an end. So if you're at the beginning, brothers, you in there. You in there. Everything else, I really feel like it's a mental mindset. It's a mental mindset. Misconception that men's sex drive is higher than women's. Misconception. Misconception that as you get older, you get to a certain age, your sex drive just decreases and you don't want it no more because you a certain age. Misconception. Misconception. It's not the case for everybody. Our bodies get older, yes. Things don't function, yes. Y'all, when I say menopause is kicking the hell out of me, like the hot flashes. Let me tell y'all a funny story. I gotta tell y'all this real quick, right? It can't be it can't be a floaty. Regina, Regina said it can't be a floaty in this ocean. That girl stupid. Now, Joe, what's up, my Spaniard? What's up? Let me tell you this real story real quick. Cause Joel, I want you to not mine. What does that mean, Joel? Not mine. But we talking about sexual misconceptions. We talking about changes in the body, getting older, and how things do happen. So I am going through menopause, y'all, right? And I talk big junk to my girls and my sister, like menopause. Psh, that thing ain't even hitting me like that. Like I get hot at night sometimes, yeah, whatever, whatever. I was at the daycare in the baby room, and I was fixing the cover on the window because we cover the bottom of the window, um, so that some light can come in, but it's not just at the babies when we open the blinds. So I was fixing it, and yo, a hot flash hit me. A hot flash hit me, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, whoa! The babies were at the feeding table, y'all, getting ready for their lunch to come in to be delivered to the room. And I'm like, whoa. It's like, I turned around, four babies, all under the age of 2, was like this at the table. I fell out. I was like, y'all ain't about nothing. Y'all ain't about nothing. They ain't even talking yet, y'all. These little ones is not even talking yet. And I'm just like, whew, man, hot. And I turn around, four little Negroes. It was so funny. I'm sorry. Okay, we coming back. We coming back. Man, them hot flashes ain't no joke. So, misconception. When a woman goes through menopause, she loses her sex drive. Misconception. Sexual misconception. When I say y'all mine is off the Richter, off the scale, like who measures this? Well, I was always who measures this? Cause if anything is gonna be interrupted, it's gonna be the cool air that comes over my body. It ain't that. But some women, some women, let's not put it on all, misconception that all women lose their sex drive. All women, when they go through menopause, they lose their sex drive. They don't want misconception all the way. Yo, Marshawn said my grandkids can spot when I have one. Yes, my nephew is now like, you hot auntie. I'm like, boy, leave me alone. But it is a misconception. Mr. Joel, my Spaniard. Yeah, when I say my Spaniard, Joel is Joel is one of my Bratz friends, my Bratz brothers. He is that is my baby. Joel, he know that's my boy. So Joel, you was like not mine. What you mean not mine, Joel? What's not mine? I had to come back to it, but I had to tell y'all that joke about the babies. I'm not sure what Joel's saying not mine is. Regina, you stupid though. I can't be a floaty. It can't be a floaty in this ocean. Regina, you messing up the misconceptions. Then again, we talked about that earlier. Like it all depends on the person. You know what gets you off. You know what makes you orgasm. You know what. And men, you should know that. You should know that about your woman. If you really loving, caring, concerned, you're gonna know what works. You're gonna know if that 2 inch entry works for her, or if it's gonna require more. You you should know that. You should know all of that. Joe, you gonna have to text me because you ain't answering my question. what the what you talking about when you said not what Joe said? He said not mine. Listen, y'all. Sexual misconceptions. Anybody have any more? Any more sexual misconceptions? Size, um, women stretch, women stretch, and the more sex they have, the more their vaginas get out of shape. The more they stretch and get out of shape. Sexual misconceptions. Sexual misconceptions. Yo, it is 9:08, y'all. It is 9:08. This was fun. This was fun. They always all are usually fun for me. I really enjoy. Okay, we got another comment. Claudette said, honestly, honey, when you go through menopause, your hormones are so up and down that men better run from you because you turn back into a hormonal teenager at times. Girl, girl. Marshawn said about the loss of sex drive. Yep, a misconception. The loss of sex drive. Brothers, let me ask y'all this question. I can't really tell how many men are on right now. And if you are on, if you can answer this for me, if you're watching this at a later time, answer this for me, please. So we talk so much about women's sex drive leaving and going down, dissipating, right? When is it for you all? What is it? What's a misconception about you all sex drive? Or what's a reality that we need to understand and know about one another that that expectation of certain things has to be changed, the thought process. When is that for y'all? I would love for a man to answer that question for me. I love for a man to answer that question for me. Because of course, it's always so knowledge based about the women. When she goes through menopause and her sex drive and what she don't do and what she did to the when does it leave for you all? When are y'all like, you know what, I'm tired, it don't even matter. I would like to know, fellas, if y'all can answer that question for me. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. This was great. This was good. Sexual misconceptions. Y'all can keep posting, keep commenting. I'm definitely going to be checking um, and check out what you guys have said. Um, Shirts still available. I've sold all the black ones, but again, I can have more printed if you prefer a black one. I really, really love the black one because it's black with gold lettering. It says real life relationship growth and the R and the L. I really, really like the black one. I ended up having to sell mine. I put it in my suitcase, went on a trip, and came home without it because somebody wanted it. And I hadn't even gotten a chance to wear it. Of course, I wouldn't have sold it if I would worn it. But I have to order one for myself. And this is the red one. This is the red one. The shirts are $20. If you want me to ship it, it would be the cost of the shirt plus shipping. If you like me to ship you a shirt, get a shirt made for you in whatever color. But the khaki and the red are the colors. I actually have them in different colors, but I thought these would be the best three colors. The khaki because this was the number one logo. This is the first logo that was created. Is this one? But I was like, yo, the red is nice. It's kind of hot. I like red. And it's neutral. And you go in the black is like I said, it's in purple. I'm sorry, it's gold lettering. It's black with gold lettering, so it's nice. All right, y'all. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed you guys as usual. Keep your comments coming. Love is a verb. Yo, love on somebody. Um, it's not always that you're trying to be with that person, but sometimes people can just use a positive word, um, a loving tone. Unless y'all had that come to Jesus meeting and y'all made a decision to be together and attempt a relationship, not attempt a relationship. I don't believe that thought. Let's try and see what happens. You've already lost me when you say that. When you come to me and we made a decision and we realize we care about each other, we like each other, we're going to make it work. I have learned that. That has not worked for me in the future because I didn't think that way. I had the thought process of let's see what happens. But I'm trying to get to know a person enough that I can say, yo, I'm in it to win it. I'm not I'm gonna figure you out and learn you, yes, more and more and more, and you're gonna figure out and learn me more and more and more. But what we have now, what we've created, what we see, what we know, it's enough to sustain to something growing. So all of that, let's see what we can figure out. That's a crossword puzzle. I ain't got time for it. All right. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night. Yo, keep y'all topics coming. I will let you guys know um, when Mr. Jimmy Rogers, our relationship expert, I'll let y'all know when he's back and ready for us to do our collaboration on the video I posted that we originally were supposed to do tonight. I will keep you guys updated on that and when we'll be coming out again. So next Thursday, see y'all next Thursday. I have a um, a scale of running topics that we're choosing from. A friend of mine gave me a plethora of them the other day, even more coming in. So if y'all want to talk about something, discuss it. If something's on the table in your relationship, you don't have to make it, known that it's you or whatever, but you want to get some wisdom and some thought processes from people who love and care and people who are here to promote healthy, growing, healthy, healthy relationships. Then, bring your topic, pull your topic up, inbox me. I get so many inboxes of people saying, yo, I don't know how to deal with this situation. What you think about this? And I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I have to go in prayer because I am not a relationship expert. But God has given me something and I'm using this. I'm using this for myself and for you. All right? So I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Thanks for being here. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful night and see y'all next week.